All right, we're live.
Welcome, everybody. And by everybody, I mean Rudy, Sean, and myself, Freddy.
Hey, folks, welcome to Bouncing Brains. Here with the funny man Rudy Barba and my
What's
co-host
up, y'all?
Freddy
How y'all
G.
doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fucking hungry as fuck. But yeah, I'm good. Aside from that,
You got that whole starving artist thing down, man.
yeah, exactly.
You don't have to starve. I don't know why they're like starving artists do fucking ramen's like $5 for a 30-pack. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Metaphorical, man.
Yeah.
no, but some of these people are taking it literal. Like, there's couponing you can do. Get a Sam's Club membership, buy in bulk. You know, for the long run.
Right.
The only thing I bought in bulk is Pampers, bro.
Okay,
And
for you or for a whole like
For my 1
you
year
have a monthly subscription?
For my
Ooh,
1 year old.
yes.
Oh, you're wondering.
This month's variety features a pocket.
I prefer the aloe vera month. That was my favorite.
Smooth
chafing.
but dry.
No shade, no chafing.
I haven't worn Pampers in like
3 months?
27 years.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Hey, man. So, like we were talking about off air, dude, you got to perform in with Raymond in your hometown.
Yeah, man, that was pretty cool. I got it was last minute too. I was kind of hoping it was like, hey man, like, I didn't want to be that guy. Like, give me some stage time. But no, man, I saw it and I was like, oh, it's fucking badass, dude. They're doing 4th of July in La Jolla, badass. But deep down in my heart, I was like, why did he call me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the day of the show, actually, I saw on Facebook, he was talking to somebody, and somebody asked him, like, who's going to be on the show? And he goes, Mario, Israel, and Israel Garcia and Mario Salazar.
Yeah.
And then maybe Rudy Barba, and he tagged me if he's down. And I was like, so fucking down. You know, like I commented, let's do this shit. And I just like, whatever I had to do for that, I was like, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm going to drive out to La Jolla. And yeah, man, it was a VFW. It's actually right next to my dad's old mechanic shop.
Right
Yeah.
on.
It's like a warehouse. It's
I
like,
know what a VFW looks like.
No. My dad's shop. my dad's shop, like it looks like a warehouse, and it's like exactly the same size as the fucking the VFW, and we fit about 200 people in there.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, like let's make a comedy club right next to the VFW in La Jolla and call it the Laugh Warehouse or some shit. I don't know. Fuck yeah, TM, just in case. Trying to cover future Rudy's ass. But yeah, man, they had like 200 capacity. There was motherfuckers standing, dude.
Shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
this was on a Tuesday.
Nice.
Fucking sold out. Fucking literally standing room only. And dude, we went out there and we fucking kicked ass.
That's badass.
Fucking just went up there. My hometown, dude. I know. I am these people. These people are me, man. And it's kind of good, like giving that love back to your hometown, even though they don't care and they don't come out to your shows in McAllen because they don't have gas money. You know who you are.
The only reason that I even know about that fucking VFW is because my friend got married there.
Oh,
He
yeah,
got
dude.
married there 4 or 5 years ago now. And I remember because I was one of the groom's fucking people. And,
You're grooms fucking people?
yeah, that shit.
Hold on, were you fucking people that were grooms? Just the groom? Or
You're
like...
not familiar with this practice? You get your groomsmen to just
No, I was
wander out
one of
into
them.
the crowd. And
Start
I was
fucking
one of the
radically.
groomsmen, and I was fucking late, bro. I was 45
Wow.
minutes late because I couldn't find the fucking place.
It's right off the expressway.
No, my GPS took me somewhere way the fuck in the middle of nowhere.
It's literally like the only building on the side of the expressway.
Yeah, no, it took me somewhere. Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, guys. I'm a vapeaholic.
Yeah, we got vapors in the house, literally.
Wimp, wimp. Where my vapor
I
society
think
at?
that shit doesn't set
And
off.
this is where the part where everybody stopped listening. No, it's very minimal. A lot of people think that like vapes will set off fire alarms, and they will, but you have to be like right in front of it and be like a dick to it, and just exhale a giant cloud of. I like to call it fairy fart. That's what it is.
That's creative.
Yeah, fairy farts. That's what I call vapes. But yeah, you have to be like really close and just fucking boom, just cloud it out, and it'll go off. But it'll like as soon as you like
clear it out.
it'll fucking turn off.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
yeah, because it's not
cool.
smoke. Listen, people, and it's not smoke. It's vape. Woo.
So how much time did you do?
I was supposed to do 10, but I went through like a good amount of time after that, and nobody like they weren't cutting me off. I was on a roll. I was on a fucking roll, dude. These people out there eating the pump like sauce, bro. I made these motherfuckers piss their pants, bro.
You guys can't see the smile on his face right now.
I'm so happy, dude.
Yeah.
Do you
Lethal.
realize like
Fucking
how many
lethal.
people doubted me? How it was like, oh, that's nice. You're being a comedian, haha, whatever. And then I went over there and I fucking made them like just, if they weren't there, I made their fucking grandma. These motherfuckers know who I am now. Like, not to have a big ego or anything, but I'm like, you know what, we gotta help each other out. I love La Jolla. I have psychological issues, guys. Abandonment issues mainly. So I'm like, I'm here. I exist.
We'll leave a link for Stockholm Syndrome down in the fucking description.
Oh yeah.
Nah, man, but that's cool. I like performing in front of your hometown and then in front of 200 people. I don't think I've ever. I think the most I've ever performed in front of was 50, and I was shitting my pants. And I think when
That's where the diapers come in.
Yeah, I think when I performed in front of 50, if I'm not mistaken, I bombed that time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was still young though. I was about, I want to say maybe 19, 20. Nice. Yeah.
But what was the turning point? I always like to ask comics like think about like a time
there
you
was
bombed.
no fucking turning point.
It's like I didn't even start off in the right direction.
You know how you're a comic and shit, and you're enjoying your time on stage, and then eventually they gotta tell you to get off, but you kind of don't want to, so you kind of avoid them, like you don't see that they're telling you.
I knew you were fucking avoiding me. I knew I'm flashing this motherfucker going on 15 minutes long.
I was bombing so bad, bro, that I was looking for the fucker's cue. I was like, dude,
oh yeah, it's
get
like
me the fuck off or some shit.
Like, I think I saw the light, and the guy in the back's like,
No, you didn't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Was that the light? I think I saw the light. No, I kind of compare it to like fucking just like drowning. You're fucking drowning on stage, and that light is that fucking that little.
What's gonna save you? And
yeah,
shit.
that life.
Yeah,
saver.
man.
No, that's a candy. Life preserver.
no, you can tell it's bad when the host takes their time getting back on stage because it's like a drowning person. They don't want to get too close.
Yeah.
You might drag me down with him.
And you get off soaking wet. Also, like so you're just sweating, just nervous. It's not even that good kind of sweat that doesn't smell. It's that
flop sweat is real.
And
that like.
And I mean, I don't
animal
know.
instinct of like smelly sweat, so you won't eat me like that.
I don't know if y'all ever like bombed really bad, dude. But to me, there's no worse than a bomb where everything is dead silence. There's not a chuckle. There's not a. It's just silent, dude. And it's like, what the fuck,
dude?
They can't muster up any emotional reaction to your presence.
I would rather bomb and get that like one pity laugh at the back. You know what I'm saying? But not like when it's and then they just stare at you like, okay, is he gonna get off now, or do we get him off?
It's like, what is he still doing up there?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, holy shit.
Fuck it.
It sucked.
Oh my God, yeah, dude. A lot of people think that the worst thing you can do to a comedian is heckle him during his set.
No.
The worst thing you can do is not do
anything. Blank face, emotionless, just
arms crossed.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen that guy.
If you can get away with not blinking for the entire set, you've just fucked up that man's night.
Oh yeah.
Or woman. Yeah, oh, they're
or like the worst part where they're zoned out, but they're like zoned out looking at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't that right, sir?
Oh,
Sir? Sir, hey, buddy.
I'm up here.
Hey, I'll have what he's having.
Yeah.
Actually, as a matter of fact, I think I had what he's having. Just goes stone faced. That's funny.
Yeah, man. And I've bombed a couple of times like that, and then I've had some other bombs where they've actually told me. I did have some guy tell me. He was I got off, and he didn't even wait till I got off. The
Wow.
other guy was coming up, and the other comic had already grabbed the mic, and he didn't even say anything. And somebody from the back yelled, "I hope you're funnier than the last guy."
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I gotten that shit.
Sorry about that. I had a little too much to drink then.
who needs open mics when you can heckle?
Yeah, dude, it sucks. But as Dave Chappelle says, it's part of the process.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, and then well, this was recently, but I saw a video where they interviewed Dave Chappelle, and I had never heard Dave Chappelle talk like this, but he said that he had a really rough set in Detroit, and that fucking people like booed him off stage and shit.
Oh,
He
yeah.
talks about it on his new special on Netflix, that he got booed off stage, but he didn't leave and shit like that. That was in Detroit. And then he was like, everybody, that's what he said. He was like, everybody asks me, like, what happens when you tell a joke and they don't laugh? And he's like, I just want you to know that nothing fucking happens. He's like, your life is not over. You still get paid. He's like, nothing happens at all. You just go home, try it again the next night. That's it.
Fuck yeah, man. We all got to pay our dues, bro.
Yeah.
I think I was talking to a couple comics, man. They all kind of like said the same. Like, you don't find your voice till about 7 years in, maybe.
Yeah. Unless you get lucky, like, well, I'm
Maybe
not
you're
gonna.
one of them silent motherfuckers.
I'm not gonna talk shit like that. But I'm not gonna say he got lucky. But that one dude, Tony, I can't pronounce his last name. He performs a lot on the roasts on Comedy Central. Tony
Hinchcliffe.
that one.
Right on.
That dude, he went from like nobody to like fucking killing concerts in 4 years. Like sold out concerts and killing it and not being booed in 4 years.
It's all about the drive, bro.
Yeah,
all about
but
the
I mean,
drive.
Well, not just that, man, but he was also in a position where his type of humor, he managed to get in on for writing for Comedy Central with the roast and shit. I followed his what is it? Shit, Kill Tony. I think he has a podcast where comedians go up, put their name in a hat, and you do like 1 minute in front of a panel of comedy professionals, various road comics and whatnot. Anyway, it's interesting stuff, man. Like his style of comedy. I see what you mean, man. It's luck to a certain degree, but it's also the fact that I think he found a place where his voice was appreciated.
Networking.
We all want that thing where somebody goes, "Oh, not only do I think you're funny, but I like what you're doing, and I think we can do something with you." You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
and
maybe a pipe dream for some. It's like, motherfucker, you sound like 100 other motherfuckers.
Exactly.
No, but it's like Sean said, like, it's not even, and again, I'm not knocking anybody's game. Everybody's funny in their own way, and you have to find your funny. But I think it's like you said, as long as you have that charisma, I guess, and you're easy to work with, you don't have to be hilariously Dave Chappelle type of funny. As long as somebody can look at you and be like, I can market this guy, or he's good for comedy in this way. I think that's what works for you. Because I mean, I've heard some comics that I don't find funny, but just because I don't find funny doesn't mean that they're not. It just means that it's not my kind of humor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna name drop, but yeah, I mean, I see it. I'm pretty sure there's people that you don't really find funny.
Oh, yeah.
There is one that I will say, and I have not heard anybody say different. I was gonna say I'm sorry, but I'm really not. Amy Schumer is not funny. Yeah.
I
She's
keep
like,
waiting for her to be funny in some of these specials because I listened to her on podcasts damn near 10 years ago, and she was coming in and doing guest spots in some of these podcasts, and she was fucking funny in the room, fucking jibing and all that shit. And then her specials start coming out, and it's like, I'm not even gonna touch the whole thing about maybe possible plagiarism, but it's more just on a base level. I've heard this before. Like you're not.
Yeah.
It's like really,
And-
it's almost
but-
disappointment.
but-
It's like
but
I
don't
wanted
even
you to be
think-
better.
But I don't even think it's her. I don't even think it's the plagiarism. I think that even if she tried to write like a comedy set, I don't. She's just not. She's just not. She doesn't have it. Like she's not funny. Like I don't see it. And going back to the previous point, I believe she's not funny. You just shake your head. You kind of said the same thing. And she sells out fucking auditoriums, dude. Every single night, the auditorium is sold out.
Oh yeah, dude,
Like, that's
you
what
gotta
I'm-
be likable, bro. That's
That's
a
what I was saying.
big part of it, bro.
Yeah, she doesn't do herself any favors, man. Like I mean, I personally don't want to continue down this like fuck Amy Schumer path, but I will say this: that I saw that movie she did with Goldie Hawn, where it was the mother daughter lost in the jungle thing.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed. I was really high, but I laughed.
Yeah. I like to ask everybody this, and I asked you when we did our one episode, but I don't think I've ever formally asked you. How did you get started in comedy, man? Like what was that one day or one thing that you're like, oh shit, like I'm this is what I want to do.
I like the first time I tried an open mic, or like
No, the not even that. The first time that Rudy said
I want to be a comedian.
yes.
Since I was young, bro. I've always,
How young?
Like fucking Chaquito, bro. Because I'm very awkward, and I'm yeah, I'm a very awkward person. Like sometimes, dude, I try my best to be like, hey, what's up, man? I'm cool and shit, you know. But
I'm awkward too, so I got you.
I'm awkward in really bad situations. Like
Yeah.
I don't like to see people sad. I don't like to see people sad. Sad, like I know, I understand it's a fucking emotion you got to go through, but I don't think you should spend too much time in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I see somebody sad, bro, I'm a clown. I'll make you laugh. If not, I'll make you really mad at me.
One or the other, man.
So,
One
yeah.
gotta work.
Yeah. And yeah, man, I don't like to see people sad, man. And I would see a shit ton of people sad growing up. I don't know. They would like kind of like stand out. A lot of people would just walk by sad people, man. And I would like kind of look at them and kind of like, I mean, I was young. I couldn't do anything. But I see a
Right.
hobo dude, fucking $1, here you go, man. Or like people at school, bro. Every day at school, a lot of people don't notice other people, and I would notice like, hey, you know,
Yeah.
he doesn't look how he normally looks.
I-
Like, hey, what's
I
up, man? How
was-
you doing, dude?
I was
Fucking-
that dude.
Fucking just looking at people and just like, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, pinche, you know, and I would just throw like a stupid joke out there, and he would laugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, man. I made him feel good, you know, and I would walk away. But I don't know. I never thought I would actually go through it, like start doing comedy. I always
That's
thought
why
about
I was
it.
asking. Like, what was that point where you realized you were like, oh shit, like I'm gonna do this. Like that's what I'm getting at.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. I was always the fucking, like, you know, making people laugh and shit. And I was like, you know what? I was raised, my brother, man. My brother, fucking, he brought in DirecTV to our house, thank God. Because before that, we just had 2 channels.
Yeah. Miracle worker.
Yeah, the English one and the Spanish one. And no, man, he fucking, yeah, he brought in DirecTV. And before that, like, all the comics I would watch, because my dad loves fucking comedy. He loves stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And he would watch, like, Polo Polo, you know, Teo
Yeah.
Gonzalez, you know, the old school, like,
Yeah,
Mexican
yeah,
cats, you know, straight up,
definitely.
like, pure fucking Mexican. And they would do the, you know, drunk uncle jokes, you know,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And that was hilarious. I loved it. And they would do, yeah, like, what the fuck was it called? It was like Laugh Factory, but in Spanish or something like that. It was like something de la risa or la
I know
Bodega
what
de la
you're talking
risa
about.
or something
Yeah,
like that. And they would do like just random outtakes of this like theater where they would have like the comedian on stage and stuff, and you know the stage would be full of like fake crates to make it look like a warehouse,
Right.
And yeah, I grew up watching those dudes. And then when my brother brought in the DirecTV, you know, Comedy Central, HBO, you know,
Yeah.
not just HBO Funny, but HBO After Dark. No, well, I remember one of like the first like actual like legit comedy sets that I saw in English was funny enough, it was a Gabriel Iglesias stand up. It was at the Ice House in
I've seen that one. I don't remember what it is, but I've seen him.
Pasadena.
Pasadena Ice House. There we go. Yeah. And he was there, and he did a skit. He gets on the stage, and it's about like what if a Mexican won the lottery?
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I
haven't seen
think
that
I did.
It's hilarious. Like, oh, and Gabriel Iglesias is like the host. Like, welcome back to blah 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 blah, and he brings up one of his buddies. He's like the super Mexican looking guy, and it's fucking hilarious. Look it up. It's like Gabriel Iglesias Pasadena Ice House, and he does like the game. He does the sound effects, and the guy wins, and the punchline, and it was fucking amazing. It was like holy shit, like wow. Yeah. This is awesome. And today, like my goal in this life, I don't care if I ever become famous or not. I want to perform at the Pasadena Ice House at least once, even if I get booed off. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah, dude.
Well, that's your goal, man.
That's my fucking
and
goal.
And I think we all have a goal like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have a goal similar to that. Because every comic that is not famous that I've ever spoke to has always mentioned that.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You really know how to treat your guests.
I didn't mean to be a dick like that. Normally,
all the loser motherfuckers I talk to have the same fucking idea.
Your dreams are unoriginal.
Thank you.
Anyway, the fuck I was saying was that yeah, we all have a dream of where you wanna fucking perform. Like me, I've always thought of that, and where I've always wanted to perform, and it's crazy because it's famous, but it's not really a famous place. But if I could ever headline the San Antonio Improv by the Riverwalk,
yeah,
I'd have made it.
That's a lot of networking. A lot of networking.
Like
a lot of people don't understand, bro. It's fucking hard to get in comedy clubs.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking really stick around. You gotta know the right people.
And I'm not even gonna lie, bro. One time, a couple years ago, I tried, and I called twice. First, I called like Billy Badass, like me trying to get in, and I was like, "Hey, I'm a comic. I was wondering what I need to perform, so on and so forth." He's like, "Oh, well, you need an agent?" Oh, no. She was like, "Are you a comic or are you an agent?" And I was like, "I'm a comic. What do I need?" And he's like, "You need a reel and you need an agent. We don't take anybody without representation." And she just hung up on me.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So I waited 3 days and I called back. And I was like, yes, I'm an agent. I work out of Los Angeles. I have a client. Yeah, for real, bro. No bullshit. Yeah. I have a client. I work out of Los Angeles. I cannot tell you because I don't know who's going to listen to it online. I don't want to get in trouble. But I actually used a name that I shouldn't have used, right? But I didn't know any better. So I'm not going to say what name because they're still out there. But I used the name of a company, right? And then this is where she got me. Okay, no problem. Go ahead and submit your Reel 7, and we'll get back to you in 2 to 3 weeks. And she hung up. I don't know what the fuck a Reel 7 is. So that was it. I Googled it, and then I actually found what it was. They ask, you need a bunch of shit, like their requirements.
Yeah.
But they ask for 45 minutes of solid professional recorded video material.
Oh, yeah. You can't just
So-
record off your phone, man.
Yeah. So yeah,
Well, you can, but you better get a stabilizer for that shit.
Yeah, I wasn't able to pull that off. So
Oh no, dude!
That
You
was,
fucking wait. So you called to headline?
no,
just to
I
perform?
called just to perform.
Oh,
And no, they
I was
they-
like, hey, what a headline! Straight up.
no, I wasn't that crazy. I just called to perform. I just wanted to get in the club and perform, man. And I still remember, dude, that day, that night that I was supposedly gonna perform, and they got me. D.O. Hewley was headlining.
Woo!
Yeah, D.O. Hewley was the one
Fuck
headlining.
yeah, bro.
So but they were gonna take my crippled ass in there. They
They
were.
got. I think they have access.
We have access to front row seats, bro, not to the stage. Is what we have. You know,
Hey, you
Like
move
two
fast enough, they can't stop you.
Yeah.
those are the key words. Move fast enough. That shit ain't gonna happen. I mean,
Momentum, Freddy, momentum.
Turn into a ball and roll. I don't know.
yeah, dude.
They got
but-
that auditorium style seating where it's
Yeah.
got the ramp going down. You just build up a little bit of steam and just head straight for that motherfucking stage.
Oh shit.
Slide home.
Yeah, man, but no, the San Antonio Improv would be, and of course everybody else. But I mean, you really gotta have it down, like you said, Madison Square Garden. But that takes years and years and years and years and more years of fucking putting your work in. So
I'd be cool with the Aztec Theater in San Antonio.
that's nice. That
Right
would be
on.
nice.
Yeah, bro, that's a beautiful theater. Yeah. I'm a theater guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Comedy clubs, dude, I will fucking do comedy clubs day in and day out. But to fucking like stand there in front of like that's if I could pack the house up. I don't think they'll open it up for like maybe 5 people.
I'll be honest, man.
That's including you guys.
Mine's a little bit more basic, man. I just want to get to the point where they call me. That's it. You know what I mean? Get to that point where it's undeniable, where they're going, "Hey, have you thought about submitting to our?" I ain't submitting shit.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
sign checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. 'Cause it's a bit of self doubt mixed with egotism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And what he's saying, and that's cool too. Like what he's saying is he wants to get to the point where they call you and they're like, "Are you available on this date?" It's not like you're chasing them and you're like, "Hey,
Well, it's
are
not
you-"
even that, man. I mean, the self doubt comes in because it's like, look, man, I would freely admit at this point that like I'm not comfortable enough with my set that I'm gonna be like, submitting to bookers and shit like
Oh,
that.
no,
Like,
but
don't
I'm
be wrong,
saying
man. The hope is always that you know some people that go, hey, man, you fucking find me, I'll put you on a show.
Yeah.
That's always the good feeling. You get that, hey, man, are you available for us? Like, fuck yeah, I am.
I'm not gonna lie, man. When Mario reached out to me the first time 3 months ago, I ain't afraid to admit it. I felt some kind of way. I was like, and at first I didn't think it was real. I was like, Mario who? And he was like, Mario Salazar. I'm a comic, and I was like, oh shit, it's Mario. And I was like, yeah, man, what's up? He's like, hey man, Rudy, give me your information. I was wondering if you can come. And he was real like that. He was like, I was wondering if you're interested in doing the show this date, whatever. Can you do it? And I was like, yeah, what I gotta do? I'll hit you back with the details. And dude motherfucking disappeared like Batman and shit. And then like a week later, he went like a week, bro, without telling me nothing. 2 days before the day,
Oh, yeah.
he called me and he's like, all right, it's this and this and that. And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So yeah, what point is that when he told me, he was like, "You're gonna perform," I was like, that felt good because I ain't never had nobody like reach out to me or whatever.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's something else, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some other shit. For people that are listening to this and are not comics themselves, you probably can't relate to the feeling, but it's
Go try it out.
Yeah.
If you have like fucking stupid jokes or just want to talk, fucking you don't even have to have punchlines, man. An open mic is for everybody, dude. Try it once. That's always tell everybody. Try it once.
yeah.
If it's not for you, you'll
You'll find out.
You'll find out. dude, I've seen some cocky motherfuckers go up there.
Yeah. And
And
freeze.
Oh, freeze.
Yeah,
That's
freeze the
beautiful.
fuck up. Yeah.
Oh, and you just watch the tongue just slowly,
yeah.
oh, you no longer
man.
have control of that. Do you, son?
I was like, oh no.
What is?
It's like watching a car crash, bro. You can't look away.
Oh, it's exactly like watching a car crash.
Mainly because we've had that car crash before.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's. I'm always reminded of that one quote that Chappelle had about Michael Richards, where he's like, he was talking about like after he, had the comments in that club, and he was, hanging from a tree and all this and you know which incident I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
do.
When Kramer went racist.
Oh yeah, Kramer incident.
Yeah, he was talking about like, on the one hand, I'm like, man, fuck Kramer, he's racist. On the other hand, it's like, damn, Kramer's having a bad set. Don't
Yeah.
let him get to you, Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like, it's like, I empathize with you. I still think you're shit, but I empathize with you.
The other thing I wanted to ask, and actually the both, because I don't think I've ever asked you either, Sean. What do y'all feel is the worst thing anybody that knows that you do comedy, whether it be a spectator that's there or one of your family members or a friend, what is the worst thing they can say to you in regards to your comedy that will, like, in a sense, hurt your feelings?
Can't say shit.
Nothing?
I'm doing my thing, dude.
Nothing really.
Dude, people have doubted me since day one, bro. I've doubted myself since day one, but I'm funny, bro. When you stop thinking, it was like, oh, I'm gonna get rich off of this shit, and just be like, I'm just gonna make people feel good. I just went back to my basic premise when I fucking I kind of like rediscovered that about myself. I just want to make sad people happy.
Right on, man.
And just have fun with it, bro. If you don't think I'm funny, badass, bro. Fuck yeah, I'm not the comic for you. There's billions of fucking comics out there. You'll find your right comic.
Yeah.
I'm not your right comic. I'm swiping left.
Yeah.
Or is it right? I don't even use Tinder. I don't even know why I'm using this reference.
What is
only comics been in a dedicated relationship for a long period.
Oh, yeah.
what is yours? Do you have one?
Let's see. Looking back on it, man, the only response that kind of made me go like have that moment of like, that little instant of like where you go through the self-doubt all the way down to the, hey, wait a minute, fuck you.
Exactly.
I had somebody who booked me on a show and later told me, I don't understand your jokes.
Oh, but that's
Like,
not
it was-
your fault.
No, but it was one of those moments where it was like, why did you book me on the show then? Like, what the
Yeah.
hell was the point?
Yeah, exactly.
But then again, that goes back to the whole thing when you do have those moments of people going like, oh, I don't think you're funny or fucking whatever they say, whatever little thing kind of gets at you. There is that next instant of being on the stage and hearing people laugh and going, no, I'm pretty sure I'm funny.
the majority have the ruling.
Either these people are fucked up or I'm doing something.
What was it? Do you guys watch I'm Dying Up Here?
Oh yeah.
I'm fucking yeah. I watch. That's my shit.
Oh man, they killed Ron, man.
Shh. What are you doing?
Spoiler alert.
Some people haven't seen the season finale.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. You gotta watch the show, bro. Fucking, I have it on
I
Hulu.
have to.
Dude, there's
Yeah,
a
you
great
have to.
interview with before they came out with the first season. There's a great little clip with Jim Carrey. He's an executive producer on the
Yeah.
whole thing. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen the previews for that new show he's coming out with,
Which one?
he's a kids TV host, kind of like a Mr. Rogers type of thing.
What's it
And
called? Do you know?
I saw the commercial for it, but it's in my mind.
Yeah, I think it's a Showtime. Yeah, well, I'm positive it's a Showtime show. Yeah, if you get a chance, man, check out they've got the trailer up on YouTube. But I was gonna say he was talking about kind of where he was coming at it when he was doing that show I'm Dying Up Here and like what he wanted to do with it. And he's like, yeah, these are people that are trying to. I'm paraphrasing and butchering this to shit, but he's like, these are people that are trying to do something beautiful, but they're not beautiful people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, we're all fucking tormented somehow.
That actually is funny that you make that reference because that was gonna lead me to the other shit I was gonna say. I was actually talking about this to my boss out of all fucking people. I don't know why, but she was asking me why I like to do comedy, why I do it, so on and so forth. And point is that I was trying to explain to her that she was like, "You're funny, whatever, so on and so forth." But I was trying to explain to her that a lot of comics, we are very like unhappy people. Like deep down inside, we're I can see Rudy's face. I was gonna say I'm not
happy as
speaking,
fuck, motherfucker.
I'm not speaking for everybody,
Oh, yeah.
but I remember
Oh, Rudy.
I was I
Rudy.
like
It's
I
a remix. You don't have to pay rights.
I was I was talking about like I remember George Carlin talking about it and Richard Pryor and stuff like that, and a bunch of modern comedians say the same thing, that they're like deep down inside a comic is a very lonely and depressed person.
I don't necessarily buy into that 100%, but
That's where I was going. Like if y'all believe that, or no?
I mean, we're flawed, but everybody else is flawed.
I think
Everyone's flawed.
part of the thing that skews that whole perspective is that some of the great ones were. I mean, dude, you look at Richard Pryor. That motherfucker was fighting demons. I'm trying to remember. There's a quote maybe from Paul Mooney, man, where he's talking about like, you know what? I take it back, man. It may have actually. I may be thinking of a fictionalized thing, man, but it was true, man. He's fighting demons on stage. If you watch him like going through some of this stuff,
I think that's from I'm Died Up Here.
right? But it still holds true if you go back and I remember listening to that and thinking like, damn, man, that's that apt description of what that man was going through.
They have actually they brought him back for season 2, but yeah, they have spoiler alert. No, yeah, in the first season they do like a little I think it was an episode where they featured Richard Pryor, and they had a dude like impersonating him.
Yeah,
obviously playing the part because I don't think Richard Pryor can play that part. But yeah, man, it was a badass fucking episode, and the way it was written so well. I watched it last night, as a matter of fact. So thank you for bringing that up. But yeah, dude, the poeticness that is in that episode, go back, rewatch it, and actually listen to the words, the way these people speak. They're not talking normal. They're talking like in fucking like philosophy, like fucking type of. It's beautiful. Watch it. Actually, as a matter of fact, the reason I brought up I'm Dying Up Here. There's that also like a quote from there, and it's like you can tell 10 people a joke. 4 of them are gonna laugh. 4 of them aren't gonna like that joke, and 2 of them don't even get it.
Yeah. I've heard that. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I've heard that before, and the reason that I asked that question was because it's funny.
Eat the mic, man.
It's funny that y'all say. It's funny that y'all say no, like y'all can't relate to that, because I can, man. Like I'm not.
Well, don't get it twisted, Freddy. I didn't say I couldn't relate to it. I'm just saying I don't think it holds.
We've been there
100% of the time. Like I do know that like I have done some of my shittiest effort at creating a bit or working or even the ethic of putting in the time. I've done some of my most major fouls at point where I was at my lowest.
Yeah.
But I've also done like really good stuff that I'm happy and proud of when I was feeling fucking great. You know what I mean? So it's, and vice versa, both ways.
Well, I mean, but that's what I meant. Like, and see, for me, it's the other way around. When I've been at my lowest, and I've noticed that when I'm on stage and I'm like the most honest, is when I get the best reaction. Like, this is the best way I can explain it, dude. Like, some people that have seen me on stage, some people that have heard me, they don't know that bit that I do on stage about getting pulled over, they don't understand, dude, that bit is real. Like, that shit actually happened the way I said it on stage. The only thing that was altered about that bit was the punchline. The cop didn't ask me to suck his dick. You know what I mean? Like, it was...
Don't even have to describe the joke. And just, the cop did... That's its own punchline right there.
Yeah, man.
And the cop didn't ask me to suck his dick.
Yeah, exactly. But everything else, about walking a straight line. Can you do that? That actually fucking happened. And when I start talking about like my daughter and my marriage, and when I'm really sincere about shit, I'm really telling you, like, not trying to be funny. I'm just getting it off my chest, and motherfuckers are laughing. And I've said it on stage. I was like, it's funny that y'all laugh. Y'all laugh at my misery, but I guess that's what I'm up here for, right? I did that at Yerberia, and they laughed.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that was not supposed to be funny, but okay.
That's the thing, bro. I think you landed those feelings because you actually felt the joke. You felt the same emotion that you
Oh yeah,
felt.
that's important.
Yeah, dude. You can't just go up there and be like, why did the chicken cross the road? You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly.
you gotta be you are your material.
Yeah,
Or your material
exactly.
is you.
Yeah.
Vice versa. Where the fuck?
I'll
Put
even
yourself
fight you
in
on
there.
that one. I'll let you finish that point, but I'll even fight you on that one a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you, I think some of the most
No,
successful comics
but
realize
finish.
that at the end. It's like it's not just punchlines. It's,
Right.
me, like my
Yeah.
outlook on life.
Yeah.
Like I put myself into this set, like this. You know what I mean?
All right, I
Yeah.
think it's more of a distillation, though, man. I was the example I was going to use was alchemy, man. You're taking horse shit and trying to make fucking gold.
Yeah.
It's and
Yeah.
that's not shitting on anybody's material, though. Let's be honest, we've heard some motherfuckers, but no, you're kind of taking that raw essence of whatever it is,
Exactly.
where you found that funny, and you're
and
polishing that up, and it's not necessarily. I mean, there are people that kind of go up there and just their natural fucking flow of stuff. They're telling you real things, and that's funny because of the way they say it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think the craft of it. I mean, when you. That's a 1 in a million, man. Somebody that can just get up there and their natural flow of speaking is humorous. Their own being in the world is in that manner that brings out the humor in a situation. But for the most part, I think most of us are there's work involved. You're actually
yeah.
crafting
Oh,
something.
yeah.
The whole idea
Yeah.
of the muse, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like it came through me, but it wasn't me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
on that essence, I would say it's not 100%. Go up there and be honest. Sometimes,
no.
sometimes,
There's work. Don't get me wrong, dude. You did, yeah, it's like there's work. You can't just go up there and be like, I ate a sandwich today and it gave me diarrhea. Like
Yeah.
you have to craft it. Yeah, like you said.
Well, there's
bro.
even the whole thing about like don't go up there and do it for the audience. Do it for yourself. It's like no, there's a balance.
Oh
but,
yeah,
but,
dude.
but even that's a perfect example, bro, because even when you go up there and you say shit and then, for example, you have no punchline just per se, but it's still funny. Like a bit that comes to mind is again Dave Chappelle. I remember, and he actually put this in his special. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was along the lines of, I was out the other day and I was getting shit-faced and I went to go get some wings and I went with my friend Larry and Larry went down the street. We turned there. We got the wings. They fucked up my sauce. We came back and that's when I had realized it. I didn't realize it when I was there. And that's exactly what the fuck happened in the audience. And then Dave looked at him and he's like, that's it. That's the end of the story. I mean, and then they fucking laughed.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's it. That's the end of the story. And he was like, I don't have to. Not everything I fucking say gotta be funny. Sometimes I just gotta get off something off my chest, you know. So, but anyway, that's back to what you were saying. Sometimes you do want to put that real element of like some real shit that you're saying, but you do have to put the craft where you have to make it funny. Like the same bit I was talking about, mine. I had to put that there because he did ask me. He was like, because after I told him, can you walk a straight line? Can you? No, and no. He did say, well, can you blow? You know what I'm saying? He did say that, but he fucking meant like his breathalyzer and shit, right? So, but I had to twist it where I did the motion and that's what was altered and whatnot, but everything else was reality. And I crafted that part of just doing the motion and that's what got the laugh. And to this day, that joke lands every fucking time, thank God. Now, 10 other jokes don't land, but I got gold in that one. So
Well, I was listening to a mathematician a while back, and he was talking about like not learning math in the typical fashion. So he was not, minded in a like his thought process was not the type that would naturally lend itself to mathematics. So he kind of had to teach himself how to learn math, right? And he was talking about like you just kind of getting to the point where he had to synthesize some of these concepts by just like sampling it, rather than going into something real fucking deeply, just sampling a little bit here, sampling a little bit there from different ideas, and then letting that picture kind of build up naturally in his head, like how these things are connected and how they would function. And I think a lot of that, I think that's very applicable to well, any creative process, but comedy specifically, because you're kind of, you're reading newspapers, you're going through stuff like, is this funny? Like, does this touch off anything in me? And then sometimes what it is, you're taking that information in, and later on down the road, somebody says something happens, you see something, and the mind just synthesizes those connections, and you giggle.
yeah.
We're at a party at my chick's house like a while back, and there's two conversations going on in the party. And I'm like right in the center of the room, so I'm grabbing like bits and pieces off of both of these conversations. One conversation was about Quentin Tarantino, and his movies, and then they were talking about James Bond, right? Their favorite James Bond movies. Then like somehow my brain just like crashed with itself, and I heard Casino Royale with cheese. That was, I just start laughing. I just start laughing so hard, and everyone just turns around and is like, "The fuck's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Hold on, did you guys say Casino Royale with cheese?" And they just look at me like I'm insane. They're like, "What? Casino Royale with cheese?" No.
And then that awkward moment.
And I went home and I wrote it in my notebook and I made it into a joke. It does hardly get to land. I still have to tinker with it. But basically I start saying that, I don't know if you guys know this, but Quentin Tarantino is going to be directing one of the new James Bond movies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's going to be remaking one of the old school ones. I don't know if you guys heard of it. Of course, Quentin Tarantino, he's a great director. Fucking Kill Bill 1, 2, and maybe 3. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna bring him back. Fucking dude. What's the other one?
Didn't he direct? I may be wrong, but didn't he direct Jackie Brown?
Jackie Brown. That's right.
Jackie
and
Brown.
of course, the most famous one, bro, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction.
Right.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Pulp Fiction's a shit, bro.
Fuck
Fucking legendary
yeah.
piece of art right there. And he's gonna be redirecting one of the James Bond films. I think they're gonna call it Casino Royale with cheese. And like hardly, I think the most reaction I've gotten out of it was like a hipster in the back corner, like slowly clapping and like nodding his head. It's like, yeah, at least I think that's what he was doing. I don't know. And he was like, yeah. And everybody just looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? About Casino Royale is the name of a movie from 007 and in Pulp Fiction. Yeah, they don't have the quarter pounder in England. Yeah, like,
I think that's one you got to drop like drop it like a hand grenade and walk away.
Boom, there it is.
Yeah, you know, Quentin Tarantino's redoing one of the old Bond films, Casino Royale with cheese, and then just let him have it.
Yeah.
Don't even own it. Like a dog in a park. You shit and you walk away.
Yeah. That for real. And I think that would make it work.
Yeah, Casino Royale with cheese. Yeah.
Y'all have a good night.
Yeah. Good night. Yeah, that'd be my fucking closer. Like, where I go, I like to share. I'm more of a movie aficionado.
Yeah. But there's some that you do have to just do like that, and you have to walk away from that same bit that I was talking about earlier. I think I did tell Rudy before, but that bit, dude. I mean, now I know it's done because it works and it kills every time. But before I performed it, it was never done. I in my head I was like, I'm missing the punchline. I'm
Joke is never done.
Yeah.
It could always be tinkered. It could always be altered.
Yeah.
It could be bad
I was like,
taglines.
No,
it.
but
I think there's a quote out there about writers along the lines of a piece is never finished. A writer just decides to stop bleeding on the page or something like
there
that.
you go.
That actually sounds good, man. You just make that up.
No, I'm fucking it up.
I
but
was
it's
fucking giving you credit for that, Sean.
fuck no. Somebody does a back check on this. Like 50% of my dialogue is shit I read in a book.
Oh man.
About 90% of mine's from TV.
You ever have one of those conversations with your friends where you're just speaking completely in quotes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
you feel slightly
Yippee-ki-yay,
retarded. You're
motherfucker.
entertained, but
Oh my god! At work today, we're gonna not call center, but I sell shit over the phone, and we're
One of
we're
those
based out
evil
of
people.
Texas. Yeah, one of those. But I business to business, bro. I'm not bugging people during the day. But yeah, talking to a new guy, a new client, and it's like, "Where you guys at?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're actually based out of Texas." Like, "Oh, Texas, that's right. Yippee ki yay!" And the guy just like, all right. And like, he doesn't laugh. He doesn't laugh. It's hard doing jokes over the phone.
No, I was gonna say, man, I think there are some of those jokes like the little ones that you just kind of toss out there. They're almost like sonar beacons, man. Like they're beautiful in the middle of a set where you're getting like you're not even sure what kind of reaction you're getting from the crowd, and it's like, okay, here's a dumb one. Let's see who responds.
That's why I throw that fucking the repo in my car got repoed.
Yeah.
That's actually real. That's actually that I have gotten my car repoed. It was the motherfucker waited for me until I got home at 3 a.m. And my dad knocked on my door at 4, and I'm barely knocking out. He's like, "They're taking your fucking car. Get your ass outside." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Get outside in like fucking basketball shorts and sandals, and this guy's already got my fucking car on the lift and shit.
That's
Please don't legally rob me.
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, you caught me. I guess you get to keep your stuff." And it's like, what the fuck? And I started thinking about it. I was like, holy shit, dude, there's people that got their shit repoed, and like all their shit's in there. Like, bro, thank God I was like, and like I had a lot of stuff in that car. A lot. And I'm just like, fucking like dragging shit out, putting it in bags, and I look at him and like, you might want to go grab a breakfast taco. It's gonna take a while. He's like, I already ate. And I was like, all right. Just stand there and leer at me for like the next fucking 30 minutes while I clean out this car. And then they sell it like they couldn't sell it like at what they needed to pay it off, and they're charging me for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same thing happened to me, bro. When my Cadillac got repoed, they sold it for like $2,000, and they sent me a bill for what I still owed for it.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not my fault. You have shitty salesmen.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
That car could easily cover like the rest of my balance. Like,
Yeah, it
Fucking-
fucking sucks.
I think they do it on purpose.
And they sent me a letter where I have to go to court. Actually, next month I have to go to court.
Oh, I never went to mine. So, no international travels for me.
I will be not accepting that festival in Canada.
I think there's a button on the left side.
Oh no, I'm good. I like to sit awkward.
Okay, I was just gonna say. Yeah, it sucks getting a car repo. You ever had a car repo?
No, I have to actually driving around the first car that's been in my name my entire life right now.
There you go.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
bro.
third hand, motherfucker.
You don't. I was about to say you don't want a new car, bro. It's overrated.
No, that honestly, that's one thing. I'm trying to remember who I was listening to a while back, and they were like, if you could give one piece of advice to young people, it'd be like, don't buy a new car.
Yeah. Now I know, dude. Fuck. Now don't buy a new car unless you can pay at least half of it down. And I can't, so I don't buy a new car.
That's real easy. Did you win the lottery? No. Don't buy a new car.
Actually, at the time, I had a really fucking badass credit. Like insane. Like
Oh, that's fictional money, man.
yeah, like rich people credit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just stopped there for the fuck of it, man. I was bored. I was with my buddy. I was like, let's go check out the cars. Right? the fucking dealer turned out to be like a homeboy of my dad, and it's like, hey, let's see what could run the papers. And I was like, go for it. Like at that time, I didn't think like I had good credit or any credit at all. And he just comes back and puts the keys in my hand. I was like, what are you doing? I was like,
are you sure you want to do this?
I was like, do they know you're doing this? Like, you want me to just take it? And he's like, well, I mean, it's yours. Take it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's mine. And he's like, you passed the credit check. You don't. I was like, I don't even have a cosigner. He's like, you don't need it. I don't have a down payment. You don't need it. I was like, and at that point, I should have just been like, no, thank you, goodbye. Fucking like got in a business loan and like
It
just
was at
started my
that
own
moment
shit.
that Rudy should have known he'd fucked up.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, and it was a badass car, man. I miss it, but I mean,
What car was it?
it was a Mustang, 2014 Mustang.
Still got
And
pictures of it on your phone.
I
don't
still
you?
do. I actually, yeah. I randomly come across the pictures on my Facebook, and I fucking hate it because there's like, got
And
a
it's
badass
hard.
car, and I'm like, fuck you, past Rudy, you fucked future Rudy. And oh my god, it's horrible. Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta fix my credit. I hate
I-
adulting.
I do too. I do too. It fucking sucks, bro.
Oh, I speaking of credit, I paid weed with a credit card the other day.
You what now?
I paid for medicine
With a credit card.
with a credit card. It wasn't that hard. It was actually pretty cool. I love these new age drug dealers. They're insane. I love it. And I just transferred funds.
You know
You
Square's
can
traceable,
pay-
right?
No, it's not Square. It was something else. And I
You
just send it.
can pay anything with that fucking Cash App, dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
You
man.
can
Yeah.
you can send money for no fucking reason. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but
Send me
you
$20
can-
right now.
yeah, no.
Let's test this out.
You can send fucking money for no reason,
Dude,
It's just-
I am still suspicious. Like, I remember the day I opened up the Facebook app and it was like, you want to send some money to someone? I was like,
No.
what the fuck? I don't trust you with my money. Why would I?
Fucking yeah. So I paid the weed off, and I was like, wow, I just paid my weed with credit.
Do you feel like you were in the future?
I was like, I feel like a responsible adult. And I think that's what I'm just gonna use it for. I'm gonna call it my debit card.
That's funny.
You motherfucker. You run material on us.
Yes.
Yes, my debit.
Yours.
And that, ladies and
I
gentlemen, is
like
how you do
that.
it.
Thank you. Yeah, you gotta
I
sneak
like
past
that.
him. He almost caught on. I saw it in his eyes.
This
That's
smells
badass.
like a setup.
Literally.
Oh,
That's badass though. I don't think I ever took payment with a. You know what? So I got a short story about that. Back in my old days, old days for whoever's listening out there, I used to be a
way
pharmacist.
beyond the statute of limitations.
Yeah, I used to be a pharmacist and stuff. So there was this one guy that it was, I don't know if y'all ever did it, but it was when you used to slang shit out the window, literally. Like they would come through a window, they would knock, you'd give them their shit, they would fucking.
We weren't pharmacists, man.
Okay, so then it was
I
just
was more of a
myself.
mailbox kind of guy.
That's a good one. So people would go, and I would just lift up the window a little bit, slip it, they give me the fucking money, and that was it.
What? You always take the money first, then you slip it.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Exactly. You're doing
So-
it wrong.
So there was this
Been a
one
while. He's
guy.
out of practice.
I had a
It took a couple motherfuckers for me to catch on.
I had a regular that would go every week, but he would buy a lot, bro, and he never had money, right? He never had cash. But what he would do, he would take off this thick ass chain, dude, and that I'll never forget. That necklace was worth $3,000.
Nice.
So every week he was like, "Hey man, let me get 4, 5, 6 grams or whatever." And every week it was the same shit. Well, do you have money? Well, no, but I got this, and he would hand me the chain and shit, and he would give me the chain, and he was like, "I'll come back for it in 2 weeks." So literally every 2 weeks, man, that one guy would give me more than half his check, and he would always come. He would always come, give me my money, and I would give him his his chain back one time.
His real credit's probably shit though.
So I took that chain as credit when I found out that it was worth $3,000. So yeah, man, that was
You should have been like, no refunds.
yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I've heard that story play out in more than a few ways, man.
Yeah, man. He was cool. He was never. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still remember him. He looked like a straight up crackhead, like one of those that would like straight up rob you and shit. But he was real cool, dude. He was one of the nicest people that you would ever fucking meet. Seriously. And he would always go. He was like, "Oh, I got this chain, man. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Don't worry about it." And after I found out it was that much, I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't fucking come back.
Miss a payment, motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Dude, fucking
Now
PayPal.
you know how banks feel.
Okay, PayPal. I have a credit card with PayPal also,
Right.
and I missed one payment, bro. One payment, and they called me up. It's like, hey, where's the money, motherfucker? Like, I was like, damn. Like, I'm just straight up just talking to this girl. Like, just like, damn, girl. Like, y'all hardcore. It's like, excuse me, sir. It's like one payment. Y'all calling me up already. Don't worry, it's on its way. I have to reroute some shit in my fucking checking account.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, some motherfuckers will. They won't. You know who fucking does that and it pisses me off? Y'all have Cricket?
No.
no.
So my dad has Cricket. These motherfuckers shut your service off the day before your due date. Why the fuck? I don't get it.
I'm pretty sure that happens when you're 3 months behind.
No. The day before your due date, like it's happened to me twice that I didn't.
You gotta double check that shit because
pay
they
for-
normally give you like about a week or 2 weeks.
They
a
don't,
week.
bro.
Switch over to T-Mobile. Why the fuck are you complaining? That's it. This getting in trouble.
Cause it's cheaper and shit, and I pay for everything. So, yeah.
How much are you paying? If you don't mind me asking.
57
For how many?
for one line.
Oh, yeah, just fucking. You're the one paying $50 for it. So you no bitch about it.
Yeah, man.
Just get the. Was it the Family Mobile from Walmart? Pay as you go.
Yeah.
the family. Who do you have? T-Mobile.
Yeah, I got T-Mobile.
It's,
Magenta.
It sucks.
Is it magenta?
Yeah.
Is that pink?
Yes, it's magenta. It's not pink. They get mad when you say pink.
Yeah, they get fucking.
Yeah.
I follow the CEO on.
Yeah. He's a character. Have you ever met him, dude?
No, dude.
He's fucking.
You met him?
Yeah, he's weird. He's borderline weird.
He's just living life, man.
Yeah,
He's got slow cooker Sundays.
Yeah,
Every Sunday he does like a different meal, and he walks you through it.
For real.
Yeah.
He wears the apron and the hat.
Oh, everything's magenta,
bro.
homie.
Yeah.
Everything's magenta.
Damn.
This guy's committing.
Yeah, man, for real.
Fuck
This
it,
guy's
man.
sneaker collection is insane,
Yeah.
and guess what color it's in?
Magenta.
Oh, Jesus.
Some yeah. If it's not fucking like fully magenta, it's black with magenta, or like this guy's pulling. He's the prince of magenta.
Yeah.
Like now I'm not talking about like king and queen son. I'm talking about prince. Purple Rain Prince. This guy is a magenta prince.
Yeah.
It's good to know people are out there doing weird shit just because they can.
Yeah, man. When you talk to him, like when you're in person, and he's always like at 100, bro. Like
Oh, yeah.
I remember one time, he went because I used to work for T-Mobile. He went to the call center and it was fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey man, how you doing? You hype? We ready to go? I was like, motherfucker, I just got here, bro. I haven't even had breakfast yet.
This dude wakes up like early as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
This guy wakes up in different time zones.
Yeah.
He's always flying. He shows up. Like that, dude. Like he fucking shows up.
He's like,
He doesn't
it's like
send-
a switch, dude. Like but it's like a switch that is like never off. There's no off to that shit.
Some people, man.
He's tiny as fuck too. How tall is he?
No,
Is that his secret? He's conserving energy.
Huh?
No, he's pretty. I don't remember him being short. I'll tell you that much. Nah, he's.
All right, well, my bad.
Yeah.
Just took that Prince analogy a little too far.
Too much. Damn it! I was hoping for spot on. But yeah, dude, this guy shows up. He literally he doesn't send like representatives or fucking suits and shit. This dude fucking shows up. Like, what's up, guys? You guys are doing a fucking badass job. He went to Puerto Rico, dude, for the T-Mobile center they have over there.
Right on.
Boom, boom, boom. Started helping out all the families that work for T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah, he's pretty big. His whole philosophy, his whole teaching is helping people and getting the world connected. That's something I never forgot. He would repeat that shit like it was the philosophy.
Is it very what's the name of the dude from Virgin Mobile?
Oh, Bronson.
Branson.
Branson.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he liked that, man. This dude is literally like I remember because the general manager of the center, the Mission T-Mobile Center, he was there, and they had a board meeting with him, like in the center, and this is the manager talking. He's like, yeah, John's weird, like. They had a meeting. They had already been in the meeting for 30 minutes before John, which is the CEO, showed up. This dude, he said that he literally walked in. They were working on a promotion. I don't remember what the fuck the promotion was, but it was to make the company more money. And then he literally walked in. He was like, okay, what's going on? And he was like, well, John, this is what we're thinking about. This is how we're going to do it. And he literally looked at the manager and the district manager. And then he's like, okay, so make it happen and call me when it's done. And he walked out. He didn't stay there. He didn't shake hands. He didn't nothing. He just like walked out. And they just looked at each other and he's like, okay, I guess John wants it done like that. So, but he's like that. He's very like get it on the move. Like he doesn't.
Oh yeah,
like
dude, this guy's got a bajillion gears turning at the same time in his head,
dude.
man.
Like he's not like let's sit, let's talk about it, let's figure it out. No. By the time he figures it out, I think from the time that he walks in the door to the time that he gets to wherever you are in the building. I think that's the only time that he thinks about whatever he's going to tell you.
Well, I've heard a little bit about some of the philosophy behind. I mean, when you start talking about capitalism as basically moving resources around, I think a lot of these guys get to the point where it's like they're not even necessarily judging the idea that's being presented to them. They're judging the person that's presenting the idea. It's like, we hired you specifically to do this. So if you trust you, then I trust you. So go ahead and fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think at some level you gotta, like you said,
and that's how he is. Like
all the gears turning, you gotta trust the person you fucking put in charge of the gear.
Yeah.
And you gotta keep it moving, dude.
Yeah.
You fucking, if there's people just slacking, that's fucking stagnant money.
Yeah.
It's not flowing.
Yeah.
Business is like a body.
Well, I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine about a company that he was working for, and he's telling me about all these employees that are like basically slacking in little fucking ways, and the company's kind of not demanding as much attention, or not attention. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like dedication to what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's like on some level, like I said, you trust the motherfucker that you hire to do the thing, but if they're not doing the thing, then not only is it, well, like, okay, your job's not getting done. Well, now you're adding pressure on the other motherfuckers that work here. So it's like, it's kind of a downward spiral in some cases, man. You got to be able to, trust the people you're working with on some level. It's like, okay, maybe you're not so good at this. All right, we're not going to ask you to do that then, because the rest of this stuff you're pretty good at, but we're going to demand that you do that shit to at least a certain level of proficiency.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Like at work, like I'm barely kind of getting the hang of like, doing like business type emails. But I know this one homeboy, sitting across from me at one of the desks. This guy's a fucking savant with emails. Yo, help me out real quick. Oh yeah, sure, bro. Yo, fucking Germany account. They want to, get this and that and this and that. All right, cool. He just goes at it. Oh, you don't hear anything else except for him typing. Just just going at it.
Yeah.
Right
and you just see the lines, like, and he stops, and he looks at it, and he goes, and he just like, he edits whatever, and he reads it over. Boom, 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 boom. All right, ready to go. Send. Boom. And I'm like, all right, badass, And then I'm more like,
You're the sales guy.
I'm a sales dude. I had a sales job in high school, man. I was working at Kmart.
Fucking
Like, no experience. Fuck it, let's do this. I like to talk to people.
Yeah.
I just don't like it when people talk back. Yeah, dude. I love helping people, man. And that's what I'm good at, dude. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Doing good? Badass, bro. Good to hear. You know what I mean? Make them feel nice, dude. Because the last thing you want to do is be on the phone with some random motherfucker like you don't even know trying to sell you shit. I'm like, doing good, man. Badass, bro. Good to hear. Hey, man, my name's Rudy. I'm with I'm so and so, and see if you guys are interested in this product. No, all right, cool, man. Hey, I still like you. You know, like, and it's like, all right, have a wonderful day. And then sometimes like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, my name's Rudy. Blah blah blah. And I do the same thing.
Right.
And then they're like, oh yeah, yeah, I've heard of you guys. Oh, awesome, man. Have you guys been able to test us or like, oh no, today's your lucky day, brother, man. You know, I'd be more than glad to send out a sample pack or whatever, you know.
Yeah, man.
And it's like, but I want to make sure that you guys do test this and I do get feedback, you know. And I let them know that, dude, I'm not hurrying you up like, buy this juice, you know, like, buy it now, buy it.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, do your process. How long does it normally take? 2 weeks? I'll follow up in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people out there that just want the money. That's what they want. And fucking by all means, go fucking get it. But don't fuck it up for the rest of us. When you call like every single day for a fucking week, and then I try to like talk to that person, and that person's already fucking pissed off because you've been fucking bugging them for like 3 weeks straight. You know, and they don't want to be on the fucking phone. You're ruining it for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Well, not great example.
Not only do you not make the sale, like you
but
hurt
you don't
us,
let us,
and you hurt everyone else that's trying to kind of like.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about like you know, you talk to a salesman, you walk into a shop looking for a specific thing, you're talking to the person behind the counter, they're trying to help you out, they're being nice about it, they're having like a dialogue with you about like, okay, you need this, what are you doing with it? Okay, yeah, that's cool, and then you don't end up buying that product, say, but they're like, hey, no, it's cool, great, you'll have a nice day, and you leave going, you know what? Next time I do need some shit, I'm coming back here.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. I always do. I tell my customers, bro, I'm like, hey, if there's something not moving, bro, let me know. We'll swap it out for something that is moving. The last thing you want is to your money be on the like at the end of the day, bro. That's what it is. It's fucking money. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you have a product sitting on a shelf, you know, for a couple months, that could be a lost investment. You're not making return.
Yeah.
You know, any kind of money off of that.
Yeah.
The best thing is maybe fucking getting in a clearance aisle and getting back what you paid for wholesale.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know?
And I've always felt that sales is I don't know, I may be wrong, but I've always felt that sales is something that either you have or you don't have, or it's something that you actually like and you have to actually put your twist on it and everything. Because, dude, I've had sales before and I'm like the shittiest salesperson in the world because first of all, I'm not a people person. That's first of all, and I'm the type of like, hey, bro, I got this phone. Like, you want it or not? That's basically no, for real, bro. Like that's what it is. So I used to work for DirecTV. I was such a shitty salesman that my supervisor, so that I wouldn't lose my job, he actually wrote sales pitches on a paper, and that's the way I survived, right? So check it out. I spoke to this one guy, and I made him. You had to do 3 attempts. It was over the phone. One offer, no. Talk to him a little bit. Well, I got something else. No. Okay, well, the third one. But you had to do 3 so that you wouldn't fail the call. If you missed one, you automatically failed the call, no matter what you did. So you had to do 3 attempts, right? So I was talking to this one guy, and I did my first attempt, and my attempt was shitty, bro. But I was following what he had wrote, whatever. Did one, he was like, no. Oh, and he was pissed off. That was the other thing. He was already pissed off. He was like, no, I want to cancel everything. I don't want you to sell me anything anymore. And I was like, all right, man, well, look, I got this other thing. I know that you're trying to save money. If you go with this package, you're going to say, no, I don't want it. All right, man, look, I know I've already, we've talked about it, but look, I can save you up to $50 a month for the next 6 months off of what you're paying now. if you just go ahead and go with this one, you can just try it out. And the line went silent, bro. So I was like, and I looked at the phone and he was still there. I was like, so, hello? This is what I hear next. He said, and I quote, "You must be the stupidest motherfucker to work there." I'm not gonna lie, dude. It pissed me off, but I remember that I was at work and I was on the phone.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know, so it pissed me the fuck off. So this is what I said. "Well, I may be, sir, but you called me for help." And so,
Nice. Nice.
So then I realized after I said that I fucked up, right? I was like, oh shit. So then it was silent and he was like, "So what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?" "Nothing, bro. Let me help you." Is all I'm saying. Let me help you, dude. But
So you wanted me to close that account, right? Yeah, okay.
yeah, and that's exactly what I said. "So you want to cancel, right? Let me take care of that for you." But I had already done my 3 attempts.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, man.
Like, we've gotten a lot of those. I've gotten.
Yeah, dude.
There's some just people just straight up like.
Yeah.
I've gotten hung up so many times.
Yeah, man.
And at first I was like, oh my God, they hung up on me. But now I'm like, on to the next one. You know, like,
yeah.
dude, it's just repetition, bro. Getting it down, getting your pitch down. Pitch is very important.
And you actually have to call these fuckers.
I have
bro.
to call. I love calling these people, bro. Hey, what's up, man? How you been? Badass. Fuck yeah. I'm
So you
creating
get
a rapport.
Do you get like a customer list or what do you get?
Dude, fucking old school, bro. We fucking Google that shit.
No.
Well,
But
man.
how do you reach out to potential customers? How do you know that they're potential customers?
It's a vape shop.
That's what I was gonna say, man. It's like you're not selling. It's not like you're calling up people cold and going like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I got a new product that's gonna fix your life." It's
Yeah.
like, no. You want what I'm selling.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
like the old thing. It's like you don't have to sell drugs. Drugs sell themselves.
Yeah, dude. People love this is the fast growing company, bro. We've only been open for about a year. We're already international. You know, we're growing here in the United States. I just got a fucking email from a German company. Like, we're doing this. We are creating this. Whatever this is our child. We've done, we got more juice lines coming out. It's a business, like I said earlier, bro. It's a body. You have to adapt to it. You have to create it. You grow the limbs. The CEO of this company is one of my fucking like idols.
Okay.
I fucking dude. There's not that many people I can say I fucking this. I look up to this dude. I look up to the owner of this dude. In the 4 years that he's gotten into the vaping industry.
Damn, how long you
4
been there,
years.
bro?
I've been there for 2 years. Yeah, 4 years that this dude has started just randomly like, let me start selling vape products. He's opened up 6 stores here in the United States and is starting his own juice company, which been running for about a year already. We're international, bro. This is going to be a big-ass fucking company, especially, there's nothing like it down here. Nothing like it down here. There's no national account managers down here. You know what I mean? Like, maybe at a bank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I
not
know
a
what you
small
mean.
dude, I'm like fucking lucky, dude. I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing right now. Probably still
Somewhere
working
in
at
a corner of the
O'Reilly's.
valley, some produce salesman is going, "Fuck you, Rudy." Fuck you.
Yeah, dude. No, like, this is legit. This has helped me out so much with comedy. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I
could
see
see
that,
that,
a
man.
lot of your premises and materials come from yeah.
No, not with the material, man. I
would
meant
assume like having to talk to people.
yeah,
like
I'm
that,
basically doing an open mic every fucking call I make.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
I mean, I'm putting my, like, hey, how's
Yeah.
it going? Boom. Like today, I love calling this customer because she when she answers, the energy just like I can feel the energy as soon as she answers. Hey, what's up? How's it going? And I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And because a lot of people are so fucking monotone, and you have to like match these people's pitch when you're on the phone with them. You can't be like, hey, how's it going? They're like, hey. Just chilling, you got to match these people's tone. And, this girl is like, hey, how's it going? And that could be me. I'm very hyperactive. Hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And we're going at it, and we're laughing, having a badass time. And today she answered. She's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, I'm just following up on the samples we sent out. well, yeah, the owner's got him, and he likes them. We're just waiting on the final review to come back from the customers, and she was very monotone, slow, and I could tell she was having a bad day. So at the end of my call, I'm like, "Hey, are you all right?" Like, she's like, "Yeah, like what's wrong?" I'm like, "Look, I'm just picking up on something. I might be wrong. Are you all right? You sound kind of down. Like, what's wrong? What's going on? And then, like, the other two dudes in the office, like, stood up and looked at me, like, you're supposed to be, do your job. And I'm like, and she's like, well, it's because, the guy that I'm working with right now, the dude's a Debbie Downer. And, I tried everything to kind of get along with him, but I don't think he likes me. And, I can't make him laugh. And I was like,
Shit.
Girl.
Just cracked her
hate
open.
that. Yeah. I was like, look. I know what you mean, and I know how it is. People don't laugh, but at the end of the day, you can't force somebody to laugh. Just cut them out of your bubble. Fucking pump up the jams. Be you. Fucking laugh.
Damn. What is it? Tapping into that inner Tony Robbins, aren't you?
Yeah, just be you. Fucking do your job. Because you know what I mean. I didn't tell her like fucking do your job. I was like, be you. Pump up the jams. Dance. Laugh. Because like. I told her that, but I didn't told her the reason why. Because I was helping her out, man. When you walk into a store, dude, and you see like the sales associate or whatever, just like, hey, what's up?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think we have the product. Let me go double. And like it's that emotion, that whatever the fuck is sticky.
Yeah, and it carries over.
Very sticky. You can transfer that shit like super like. Hey, how's it going? Oh, okay, cool. And just like an awkward silence can change everyone's fucking feeling. You could walk in 100%. Fuck yeah, badass day, and you talk to somebody. Oh, my goldfish drowned.
Dude, I actively avoid like office supply stores. Even if I need some office supply, I'll go to Walmart instead, just because there's something about those establishments that sucks the fucking life out of their employees, man. Like they're not even operating on a helpful manner at that point, man.
And it's funny that you touch on that, man, because we just recently actually took a customer service class at work because the office has shitty customer service, right? Mm-hmm. Long story short is probably the only fucking thing that I took away from that class. What that was kind of interesting and true was that they said try answering the phone every time with a smile.
Yeah.
But they meant that literally. Like, have you ever tried that?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried?
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, how you think? And it automatically changes you even if you don't want to. Like, hi, good morning. This is Freddy. And, and it changes your tone. And I tried it. And it fucking does, dude. You sound like you sound way happier without even if you're not.
Dude, everybody like it's kind of stupid, but everybody's chasing happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be happy.
He makes it sound like a strand of weed or something.
No.
Well, no, I've listened to a couple of conversations about this whole thing, man. Like we're doing ourselves a bit of a disservice as a culture because we have emphasized this, I must be happy, instead of like happiness comes when you're doing something. Like you don't get the like it's not like I'm gonna go buy some happy. It's like no, I'm gonna go do some shit. That'll make me happy.
Yeah.
But there is that want for it, man. There's that thirst. For the happiness.
And I think that to bring it back full circle, I think that's why the comedy is boosting in these past couple of years, man. Because especially under this administration and all this bullshit that's going on, like people just want a reason to laugh. And I think that over the past couple of years, that's why comedy's been the thing to go to.
It's always been a thing to go to.
No, it has, but I just feel that over the last couple of years, people that have never even bothered to watch comedy, or the people that used to say, don't watch that, it's a bad influence. Dude, they used to tell me this shit about Richard Pryor all the time. Oh, yeah. Don't listen to him. He cusses too much. I grew up in a Christian household, bro. Richard Pryor was not allowed in my house. You know what I'm saying? So I had to watch that shit at 11 when everybody else went to sleep. I used to play it back I used to record it on the VCR and shit, and I had to play it back with a blanket over the TV so nobody knew I was watching and shit. So because I grew up in that type of home, but we were told don't watch it, he's a bad influence. And now it's like it's more acceptable because it's funny and it's I feel that that's
we
where it's
broke a
growing.
barrier, a language barrier. It was like
Yeah.
I think George Carlin was the one that held that sledgehammer.
Yeah.
With the
Definitely.
bad words.
Definitely.
Yeah. Things you can't say on TV.
Yeah.
Well, dude, we've gotten to the point now, man, where like basic cable, they don't even pretend. And you know, for a while there, it was they still held themselves to those same language standards. We're not going to say shit. We're not going to say fuck. And now, shit, you can go on fucking Sci-Fi Channel, and every once in a while they'll drop an F-bomb on that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love catching like I hate watching movies that are like censored.
Yeah,
it throws off the flow of the movie, man.
Yeah, two things I hate: censored movies and censored music. And it's not because I'm trying to be like good and stuff. Look, the way I see it and the way I've always seen it is, if you're gonna cuss, just fucking let it go, or don't cuss at all. Say something else, change the dialogue, but don't fucking bleep it or don't skip, because it irks the fuck out of me, dude. Like, that's why, like, if you're gonna cuss, just cuss, let it go, do your parental advisory, and people that are watching it already know. So, I mean, but I hate
I love the one where they voice over the bad word.
Yeah.
Well, there was a while there, man, where like you had Snoop Dogg, Eminem, like a lot of these rappers were basically recording whole new verses for their Walmart version of the CD.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with the parental advisement when they started putting that on CDs. Y'all remember that shit?
Yeah, like a perfect example with Eminem, and it's something that I never forgot. In that one song, my name is. That one bar, it's one bar that he spits, that he says, the uncensored version says, my junior high teacher wanted to have sex with me in junior high. Thanks a lot. Next semester I'll be 35.
Yeah.
And then the censored version said, my junior high teacher wanted to flunk me in junior high. Thanks a lot. Next semester I'll be 35. I remember listening to that, and I thought, I was like, who the fuck changed my CD? That's not. And my brother was like, no, bro, that's the radio. It's not the CD. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That shit's fucking crazy.
That's just one of those things, man, where it's like you put limitations on creativity, and creative people just go, fuck it, I'll get around this.
Exactly. Exactly, man.
And on that uplifting note, we're coming up on an hour and a half here. Rudy, want to drop some promos? Let people know where they can find your ass?
Yeah, man. You can follow me on any social media under Rudy Barba Comedy. That's RUDY BARBA and comedy at the end. Yeah, just follow me around. I'm not too sure. I don't got any shows set up for right now. But yeah, if I do, just follow me, man, and you'll be up to date.
Magic of technology.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all can follow me, Freddy G, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Those are all the only three I have. And I do have a show coming up tomorrow, actually, at El Rey.
There you go.
I got called to do another spot, so I will be there tomorrow at 9. To do that show. I think it's like a 7-minute spot again. So I'll be there tomorrow. Yes. So if you want to come check that out, it's at El Rey downtown in McAllen.
Right on. You can find me at hatfieldstandup@gmail.com and on Facebook and Twitter. And you can find episodes of this podcast at shoutengine.com/bouncingbrains. And we'll have YouTube links available and all that good stuff. iTunes, here we come.
Definitely. Stitcher, bro. We need to get on Stitcher too.
Gotta let those fools know what's up.
Definitely. But until next time, and right now tonight, we're actually heading out to an open mic at El Rey.
Making
At
people
El Rey.
laugh.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good rest of your night.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Bye.